President Joe Biden is hosting leaders from Finland and Sweden Thursday as their bids to join NATO hit a roadblock. AP Washington correspondent Sagar Magani reports.
Turkey's president says his nation will reject their applications a day after his top diplomat gave mixed messages about Finland and Sweden becoming NATO members.
We understand their security concerns, but Turkey's security concerns should be also met.
NATO makes decisions by consensus, and each of the 30 members can veto a membership bid. President Biden said yesterday he was optimistic.
I think we're going to be okay.
The U.S. fully backs both bids, with Pentagon Chief Lloyd Austin telling his Swedish counterpart both countries have modern militaries that would boost NATO.
Your addition to the alliance will make us all better at defending ourselves.
Sagar Magani, Washington.
Most Ukrainian fighters holed up in a steel plant in southern Ukraine have surrendered, according to the Russian military. Fighters who are making a last stand in the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol lay down their arms, bringing the total number of fighters who have left the stronghold to over 1,700. The Red Cross said it had registered hundreds of them as prisoners of war following an agreement between Russia and Ukraine. Some were taken by the Russians to a former penal colony in territory controlled by Moscow-backed separatists. While Ukraine said it hopes to get the soldiers back in a prisoner swap, Russia threatened to put some of them on trial for war crimes. McDonald's is selling its restaurants in Russia to one of its current local licensees, who will rebrand them under a new name, ending more than 3 decades of the golden arches in the country, the fast food company said Thursday. The world's largest burger chain owns 84% of its restaurants in Russia. Secretary of State Antony Blinken hosted a conversation Thursday with visiting African leaders in New York prior to their participation in the Global Food Security Call to Action Ministerial. According to a department spokesperson, they discussed a wide range of issues, including food security in Africa and ways in which the United States and multilateral institutions can support food system resilience. Secretary Blinken emphasized the United States is focused on partnering with African nations to address the growing concern of food insecurity on the continent. U.S. President Joe Biden has invoked the Defense Production Act to speed production of infant formula and has authorized flights to import supply from overseas. He faces mounting political pressure over a domestic shortage caused by the safety-related closure of the country's largest formula manufacturing plant. The Defense Production Act order requires suppliers of formula manufacturers to fulfill orders from those companies before other customers. North Korea is reporting hundreds of thousands more COVID cases as its reported pandemic caseload nears 2 million. AP correspondent Karen Chamas reports.
The latest report came only a week after the country acknowledged the outbreak and scrambled to slow infections in its unvaccinated population. As the country lacks the infrastructure and resources to contain the virus, it is possible that cases are being underreported so as to soften the political impact on authoritarian leader Kim Jong-un. North Korea's antivirus headquarters have put the death toll at just over 60, which experts have said is abnormally small compared to the suspected number of coronavirus infections. I'm Karen Chamas.
India has supplied COVID-19 vaccines to Cambodia and Thailand under an initiative of the Quad group of countries that also includes the United States, Japan, and Australia. This is according to New Delhi. The leaders of the Quad countries could discuss the vaccine supply plan when they meet in Japan next week, India's foreign ministry spokesperson told a news conference. The Quad was originally supposed to supply India-made doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to countries needing them, but so far only an Indian version of the AstraZeneca shot has been shipped, he added. Female referees will make World Cup history this year by officiating games at a major men's tournament for the first time in Qatar. 3 female referees and 3 female assistant referees were announced by FIFA on Thursday and are named among 129 officials selected for World Cup duty. And recapping our top story, U.S. President Joe Biden is hosting leaders from Finland and Sweden Thursday as their bids to join NATO hit a roadblock.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.